Sure to be lots of snappy ball movement in this one. These teams have incredibly strong passing games.
Yes, they do, B.A. Some great basketball minds on both teams who can just pick you apart with their playmaking. I'm sure they won't make it easy on each other.
So let's take a look at the Phoenix Suns starting lineup. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the 5.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Moran against Paul. Here's Adams. Brooks outside to the wing on the left. 6 to shoot. Here's Moran. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Challenging the heart of the defense. Ja Morant can beat you with the pass or the shot.
Outside Paul. Outside Booker. Here's the 3. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Already a terrific career for Booker. 3-time All-Star, and then last year he was named to the All-NBA first team. Just a big honor.
Now here's Moran. Adams a screen. Offline with a 3. Booker with it. He's picked up by Adams. Booker, the pass to Ayton. Second chance effort. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Morant going inside, and then Morant with the dunk.
Now you see him, now you don't. There's only a few players that are faster with the ball than Ja Morant.
And with Booker, it's not just the scoring. Grant, he does a little bit of everything.
Hey, B.A., I mean, you go back and look at last season. He had career highs in rebounds, steals, blocks. I mean, he's learned how to affect the game even when his shot isn't falling, which is rare. And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And it's Morant off the drive. Here's Adams. Now Jackson, outside Bain. Outside for Moran. Second shot opportunity. And Booker pulls it down.
Memphis foul. Ja Morant. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Suns.
Booker, no good on the free throw.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
Now here's Paul. Outside Johnson. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Johnson's got 6.
And this is CP3's game. He's all about trying to get his teammates involved.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boy.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Now here's Booker. Paul with the bucket. Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. He just makes everyone on this team so much better.
Brooks, the pass to Morant. Oh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
I'll tell you what, Ja Morant just keeps coming at the defense. If you look back to the Grizzlies postseason last year, there's one thing to remember. For most of their core guys, that was only their second trip to the playoffs.
Now here's Paul. Outside Booker. From deep, Johnson. Outside Booker. The kick out to Johnson. And the Suns get another 3. Well, for that very young Grizzlies team, I'm thinking that playoff experience last year was invaluable, Smitty.
B.A., no question. For every playoff game a young player gets under his belt, the more prepared he is for the next playoff run.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Paul passes to Booker. Off the mark there with a three.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
The free throw drops for Bain. Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
Now here's Morant. 10 points for him.
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
And here's Booker. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Outside Morant. And he banks in the layup. Morant's got 14 points.
Look how Ja just glides through the contact. He's such a nimble player.
And so, lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Suns.
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence. I saw it. Wow. And he saw it. Elite ball handler who can hit from every spot on the floor. Morant lighting them up tonight.
Booker, the pass to Ayton. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That's on Steven Adams.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
You know, the point forward is an archetype that by now fans are familiar with. Grant, you were one of the OGs at the point forward. How's that position evolved in your mind?
Well, it's evolved because so many players today have the skill set to be a point forward. Before me, there were guys like Paul Pressey and Scottie Pippen in the 80s and early 90s. But as I said, players today, the skill level is so elite. And with this positionless basketball that we're in, you must have a point forward or two on your team to be successful.
Outside Morant. Here he goes. And then Morant with the dunk.
A guy who can lull you to sleep and then burst right past you. Ja Morant on the attack.
Morant against Paul. Down low. Oh, Adams with the block. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Paul against Morant. Outside Booker. The 3 ball. Brooks with the rebound. Memphis leading.
I mean, during his first playoffs, Dillon Brooks proved he was a big game player, pouring in 31 in his playoff debut, an upset win over Utah. Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Here's Johnson, and he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. You know, talking about Dillon Brooks, also great in those first ever play-in games, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, the Grizzlies making the playoffs, winning 2 games. Brooks was outstanding in a win at Golden State, locking down the Warriors on the perimeter.
Morant, the pass to Brooks. Outside Morant. Nice D from Bridges.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
From deep, Johnson. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Booker's got 3 assists in the game.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Here's Booker. He got a piece of it. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Back to Payne. Jackson, the screen. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Defensive foul. Cameron Johnson.
Free throw drops for Bane.
The shooting of Desmond Bane, it's special. Knocking down threes as good as anyone in the game.
Ball finds Booker. And Booker with the jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Here's Moran. No good that time. And Phoenix the other way now. Stolen by Jackson. Pass to Moran.
Get there, get there.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Got a hand on it. Kicks it out to Jackson. Good. And the setup by Moran.
Shows incredible vision for a younger player. Ja Morant's a skilled distributor.
Booker with it. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. 56 seconds left in the second. Moran against Paul. Now here's Moran. The D's right on him. Moran with the slam!
I'm trying to think of someone who gets off the ground quicker than Morant. It's an exclusive list, I'll tell you.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Outside Moran. Shot clock at 6. Oh, there's Moran with the slam.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Paul passes to Booker.
Who's watching here?
Outside Johnson. It's Bridges on the wing. It'll count. Carried from outside. I don't know. I think we may get a review here. That was close. And hold up. We're not going to halftime.
The previous play is under review.
That they are going to take a look at this replay.
And after seeing it now in slow-mo, I definitely think he was late with it.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've gotten enough looks at it. The basket. All right, good stuff, Allie. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Using all that momentum behind him to finish with power. Gotta love watching him dive toward the rim.
His activity level has made an impact, and he is fearless.
They've got John Conchar. Also, Tyus Jones out there. Danny Green is out there with Brandon Clark. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Back to Conchar. Banked it in off the glass. Conchar's got his first points of the game.
I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim, making a play.
Jones against Payne. Pass to Lee. And he makes it on the layup.
You need guys who are willing to make the next pass. Shaman doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but he's unselfish.
Back to Jones. into the lane. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
Not exactly sure what the defense is thinking. You know he's going to be aggressive coming out of the half.
Pass to Shaman. Back to Payne. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Jones against Payne. Clark with it. Outside, Green. Here's Conchar. Soft touch off the glass. Conchar's got 4 points now in the quarter. Phoenix has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Pass to Lee. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Outside Jones. On the wing, Green. Now here's Jones. Here's Conchar. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Conchar's got 6 points. Pass to Shaman. Here's Lee. Green covering. And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. First free throw is good. Both good from the line that time.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Outside Jones. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Tipped.
Jay Crowder didn't give up on the play. Tracking the ball, blocking the shot. His coach appreciates the hustle.
And it's blocked by Clark. On the wing, Conchar. Defended by Payne. 1:43 left in the third quarter. Back to Conchar. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Pass to Shaman. Crowder outside. Lee on the wing. Green covering. And the basket by Lee.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
1 minute left in the third quarter. Payne against Jones. Now Clark. Now quiet so far offensively. Searching for his first points of the game.
There's a move for you.
Wow, just showed great creativity on his way to the bucket. Pass to Shaman. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Brandon Clark.
You want your ball handlers to be great free throw shooters, especially at the end of games. Shaman provides that.
A line change here for Memphis.
I can't believe he missed those shots. Wow, he is usually lights out from there.
Adams, the pass to Morant. 24 seconds left in the third quarter. And then Morant with the jam.
And the work ethic of Morant, fantastic at keeping his focus on the task at hand.
The free throw drops for Morant. Outside Payne. Pass to Shaman. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for the Suns, Landry Shamet. 2 shots.
He does not get the second one. Over to the wing. And here's Morant outside. And so it's Memphis. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And so in the game for Phoenix, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in its center, filling out the middle. Outside Morant. Clock at 6. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Morant's got 31.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Yes, so strong. Ayton and one. Ugh.
Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Grizzlies.
I think they've looked to dump it down low as often as possible. And so far, they've been super successful using this attack.
Yeah, something else I love that they're doing is driving into the lane and getting the shots they want in penetration. Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot. I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. He takes it in. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
The ability to stop and start, change pace. Morant's a handful off the dribble.
And he makes the first. And Morant drops them both. The Suns have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Booker against Bain. Tries to save it. And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton touched it last. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Outside Morant. And Chris Paul clears it away. Phoenix has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Booker can't get it to go. Memphis shooting about 70% from the floor. Hard to do better than that. Outside Bain. Up top Jackson. Back to Bain. Takes the 3. Here's Adams. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass. Adams has got his first basket.
And he's one of those guys you don't have to call plays for. Steven Adams is happy to eat the leftovers.
Pass to Johnson. 4-3. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
And here's Morant. Brooks outside. Outside for Morant. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Morant's got 38 points.
I love the competitive fire Ja Morant plays with, coming right back with his own 3.
From deep, Johnson. And the Suns get another 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Morant with it. Fires the three. The shot won't fall. And Phoenix the other way now. Ball finds Bridges. Left side Johnson. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Grizzlies. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Grizzlies.
And of course, they really dominated in the paint tonight.
They obviously came in looking to impose their will, attack the heart and soul of that defense, and it led to a lot of good looks.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Ja Morant.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer, Bridges. Grizzlies with the rebound. Now here's Morant. And so it's the Grizzlies taking care of business in this one. A clean win and one.
a 2 case. A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Russell in at the 1 spot. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And, Kevin, you can tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Devin Booker will score by any means necessary, and that time over decent defense, getting the contact.
Edwards, that's good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Back to Booker. Latrey. Shot by Johnson, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Russell against Paul. On the wing, Booker. The shot, no good. Gobert with the defensive effort. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. McDaniels dishes to Gobert. Johnson with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Edwards against Booker. And stolen by Ayton. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Bridges leading the charge. Edwards against Booker. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Paul. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Johnson with it. He's picked up by Russell. Paul passes to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Phoenix no good that time either. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Russell kicks to Gobert. Back to Russell. Out to Edwards. A 3-pointer, no good.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
After being selected first overall in the 2018 draft, some teams question if DeAndre Ayton was worthy of that.
Well, it took time for Ayton to find his comfort zone, and all of a sudden became a key piece that nobody's questioning much anymore as an inside rebounder, rim protector, and a guy who can score at a high level when asked to. The defense better make sure they're sticking to all 4 other players, or else D'Angelo's going to find the open man.
Kicks it out to Paul, and Phoenix with another turnover here.
That's just poor communication between those two. The passer has to make sure his teammate is established, and the teammate has to know the pass is coming. See, that's communication.
Minnesota leading by 4. Outside, Russell to the inside. And there's Edwards on the assist by Russell. Edwards got 11 points.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Now here's Booker. 5 points in the game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. First personal foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Booker looks so often to shoot from the perimeter or coming off of screens. You got to stay down on this pump fake.
He hits the second from the line.
Man, Devin Booker is a true shooter. A walking bucket, always ready to let it fly.
And the proof is right there in the numbers, Greg. I mean, 2 seasons in a row, he's been top 10 in field goal attempts. So he knows how, when, and where to get that ball up.
An agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
Here's Booker. He hangs, and he lays it up and in. He's got 8.
You saw he altered his release, allowing him to get around his defender and then laid it in.
To the wing right side. Towns wide open. They get it back. Gobert over in the corner. McDaniels. Bridges with the steal. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Johnson. It's rebounded by Towns.
Well, he had a wide open shot, but instead he tried to do a crowd-pleasing circus act there. And as much as I like juggling, that's not effective.
Gobert, no good.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Booker outside. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
And as a defender, Edwards' speed and agility make him tough to shake. No easy shots with him.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We'll return shortly. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Timberwolves.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
So on the floor for Minnesota, backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the 3.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Johnson, a wide open look, knocks down the 3 ball.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed and getting out on him.
Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
And when people talk about defense, the term boxes and elbows comes up a lot. Great for our audience. Can you explain what that's about?
It's a great point, Kevin. And listen, the 2 defenders on what we call the boxes, that's down in the low post area. You see those 2 boxes down at the end of the free throw line. And then you have the 2 defenders on the elbows. So that's the edge of the free throw line. The idea to close down the paint.
Was shot by Paul, no good. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. They lead by 4. And Russell gets it to go.
Well, this becomes the D-low zone right now, and he's got the kind of range to step back even further.
Kicks it out to Booker. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Booker's got 5 points now this quarter.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And Edwards with the stuff.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. It's stolen by Edwards. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Devin Booker.
And this is Edwards' game. When he's aggressive in trying to score, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
And Edwards drops them both. Suns trail by 8. Paul with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Back to Booker. The shot missing. Gobert with the defensive effort. The Timberwolves have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. And Edwards with the stuff.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
Booker the pass to Johnson. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Ayton sets the pick for Paul.
Russell affected that shot. He used his length, some effort on defense that time.
Edwards looking it over. Towns kicks to Edwards. Russell with it. Now guarded by Booker. Clock at 6. Edwards passes to McDaniels. And he uses the glass on the layup. And it's a 12-point Timberwolves lead.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Bridges passes to Paul. Johnson in the corner. Will it go? Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Man, that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
With 3, Booker. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Booker's got it back down to single digits for Phoenix. Timberwolves have gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter. Outside Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Love to see this from Russell as he's one of the league's most gifted passers.
Booker against Edwards. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And it's Towns missing. Suns trail by 6. Johnson attacking. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. For Phoenix, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. And both free throws good for Johnson.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Prince outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Prince has got his first 3 points of the game.
But when he's spotted up like that, Taurean Prince, those percentages go up. Very comfortable on that one.
Phoenix shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. First one falls for.
And no matter what, one of the big positives they can take away from this game is how well they perform at the line.
Not much more you can say about CP3. Name a better floor leader. There's not one.
McLaughlin. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
They've got Saric. Andrew Shamet is out there with Chris Paul. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Lee in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
And hey, how about the career for a guy like Jay Crowder?
This guy has played some bully ball, and he doesn't mind playing inside. And I think guys love to have a guy who takes on that physical responsibility to be the tough guy on the team, something Jay Crowder enjoys doing himself. Coming in as a second-round pick in 2012, Jay Crowder has earned his spot in the NBA and has been part of some very big-time winning teams. He's gained that reputation as a hard-nosed defender, and that's what he'll keep.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
That's tipped. Here's McLaughlin. Anderson with the ball. Now guarded by Sharich. Driving in. Reed misses. Suns trail by 8. Shamet. His three-pointers off the mark. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Noel. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward. Exceptional court awareness.
The drive by Paul. Launches a 3. And it's Shamet missing. Minnesota leading by 10. 90 seconds now into the second half.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's not just about stopping the offense in the scouting report. It's about knowing where to be when those shots are going to be missed. And they're doing a nice job on the rebound.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Payne, he's checked in for Paul. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for the Suns. Now Payne. Pass to Shamet. Right side Crowder. He's looking for Sharich and finds him. And easy 2 points on the layup. Sharich has got his first bucket in this one.
And Jay Crowder moving it to the open man.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
Lobbed up there for Anderson. Crowder with the steal. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And Shamet now top of the key. Back to Crowder. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Payne. A special move before the shot. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
Shamet, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And already at such a young age, Landry Shamet considered one of those critical role pieces for a very good team. The sky's still the limit for where he can get to.
He doesn't get the second one. Timberwolves leading by 5. Here's McLaughlin. Here's Noel. No good. Lee outside. Driving to the basket.
Such a good defender, Taurean Prince. Physical, good lateral movement. And has the tools there to snuff out a shot.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
And both free throws good from Crowder. There's 1:47 left to play in the third. Here's McLaughlin. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. McLaughlin's got his second bucket.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Payne kicks to Lee. And the Suns miss again.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Pass to Prince. 1:07 left to play here in the third. That shot off. Now the Suns take it the other way. Shamet, the pass to Sharich. Rebound, Minnesota. Anderson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Noel. Count that one. Noel's got 4 points this quarter.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Now here's Payne. He's tightly guarded. Crowder from outside. Payne kicks to Crowder. Takes it inside. Nice move. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's McLaughlin. Payne covering. Lobbed up there for Anderson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's Reed. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Timberwolves leading by 11. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3, the small forward. And good that time. Edwards got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Minnesota. And for the Suns, they're shooting a meager 37% for the game. Bridges a screen on Edwards. Hooker the pass to Bridges. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. A putback. It's hauled in by the Suns. Hooker with a deep 3. No good on the triple. Minnesota shooting a scorching 68% in the game. Edwards passes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Right through the contact. Gobert's added so much strength since being drafted back in 2013. It's helped all facets of his game. Playing from behind right here, not easy, but he is answering the bell.
Yeah, doing anything he can right now to get his team to cut into this lead and give them a chance.
The kick out to Towns. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Johnson with it. Now defended by Gobert. Lets it go with the 3. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Here's McDaniels. Finds himself wide open and drills it. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Hooker no good. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. They've played a great fourth quarter defensive, allowing only 3 points. Timberwolves passing it around. Russell dishes to Gobert. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
And how about the recognition by Gobert? I mean, of course, it does help when you're 7 feet like Rudy. It can give you a clean view of the court.
Paul kicks to Booker. Lets it go from deep. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, here's the problem. He's shooting the lights out, but they're still behind. They need another guy to step up.
Outside, Towns. McDaniels passes to Towns. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on 8.
And we've seen Towns take on more of a leadership role over the years, wanting to be the guy for this team.
And Towns drops them both.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Booker looking around. Johnson with a screen on Edwards. Back to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Ayton kicks to Johnson. And the 3 off target.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Here's Paul, and it's sent back by Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by Bridges. Here's Gobert. Pass to McDaniels. Kicks it to Russell. Beyond the arc. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Minnesota.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Anthony Edwards.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Outside Edwards. Russell against Paul. Up top, Russell. Outside, Towns. From deep three-point range. And they get it back. Russell kicks to Towns. Second chance shot. And there's the pass to McDaniels. The tray. It's hauled in by the Suns. Bridges outside. Pass to Booker. And Paul launches it from deep. Misses the deep three-point attempt. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
in. Grant, how much of that is the system?
Well, these teams have great systems, but ultimately it's about the players. The coaching takes you a long way, but it's a players' league. You need skilled guys who can execute your system, especially when you're in the playoffs.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Brooks in at the small forward position. And here's Morant. Three-pointer. Drains the triple.
Morant doesn't need the three-point shot to be effective. There's so much more to his game, but when it's dropping, he's lethal.
Now here's Russell. Uses the glass on the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Morant against Russell. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And about a minute gone in the first quarter. On the wing, Bain launches it. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And Morant is a natural leader, someone who wants to get his guys involved when they're open.
Russell against Morant. And here's Edwards outside. The shot that time not on target. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA draft.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. Two important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Now here's Morant. Jackson with a screen on Russell. Pass to Bain. This one for three.
Well, I like the effort that Edwards is making to commit to defense, not letting the shooter get by him.
Outside Russell. Towns up top. The kick out to Edwards. Takes the three. Offensive rebound, Timberwolves. Here's Towns. Defended by Jackson. Here's Russell. Here's Gobert. Outside for Russell. 6 to shoot. And here's Edwards outside. No good. And that makes him 0 for 3. Brooks against Edwards. And here's Morant outside. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Edwards, the pass to Towns. Outside for Russell. The three is up. Offensive rebound, Timberwolves. Back to Edwards. Fires from deep. Counted from distance.
And, you know, succeeding in the catch-and-shoot game will really help Edwards set up his drives to the hoop.
Russell against Morant. Brooks, the pass to Bain.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
From deep. They grab their own miss. Jackson on the wing. Outside for Brooks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over McDaniels. And again, Memphis no good.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Inside. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
And the stifle tower makes his presence felt on the offensive end. He's really developed an array of moves on the interior.
That free throw no good.
At the line for 2.
And it's tied up with that one. Memphis has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Outside Morant. Fires for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Morant's got 6.
So explosive coming off the screen. Morant is sudden and deadly.
Pass to Towns. The kick out to Edwards. Let's go with a 3. Adams grabs the miss. The Grizzlies have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Bain, the pass to Morant. Outside Bain. There's Jackson with the 3. And And again, it's Memphis with a three.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
Russell against Morant. Outside Russell. Towns down low, pounded by Morant. And the basket by Towns.
Towns makes the most of his chances inside. He gets the ball in good position, does his work early, and then the battle's over after that.
Now here's Morant. 6 points for him. And then Morant with the jam.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
At the line for Minnesota.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
You know, Russell's known for his scoring ability, but I like the fact that he's eager and hungry to continue to improve.
From deep, Morant. That shot missing. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Grizzlies?
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
They've also displayed a real unselfishness as a team, moving the basketball well, sharing the rock, and giving everybody a chance to participate in the offense.
The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Now here's McDaniels. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Three-pointer off the mark. Memphis leading. Brooks, the pass to Morant. From behind the arc. Out of bounds. Memphis keeps possession.
Memphis ball.
And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. Puts up a 3. The offensive rebound. Jackson can't get it to go.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Gets the 3 to fall. Edwards got 6.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the 3 consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
Outside Morant. All sorts of time. Misses off the right iron.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Brooks has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Russell. And in any season, you'll have your struggling teams. Clark is a competitor. How hard is it to bring your best when you're enduring a tough stretch?
Well, I think it comes down to the responsibility you have to yourself and your team to give it your best shot. And competitors want to compete, and you have to relish that, even when you have the deck stacked against you. So weathering adversity and still being professional and committed to competing, I think is the mark of every pro, should be the mark of every pro.
Some consider Adams to be the strongest player in the league. He never backs down from a physical challenge.
Second free throw, no good. The Timberwolves trail. And here's Edwards outside. The rebound by Jackson.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Now here's Bain. Over to the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. From deep, Morant. And another miss by Memphis.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
With incredible agility and reflexes, Gobert excels above the rim.
Moran against Russell. Jackson outside. And again, Memphis no good. The Timberwolves have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Memphis has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3.
The son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. at Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old.
Here's Edwards. The Grizzlies making their last shot. Edwards is doubled. To the inside. It's Edwards on the wing. And he lobs it up top. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Tipped away. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Timberwolves. There's 57 seconds left in the first half. Here's Russell. Pass to Gobert. Over Adams. And the basket by Gobert. Gobert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And this is where you get Gobert the ball. With his size and length, he's so tough to stop from there.
Up top, Brooks. Now here's Bain. Back to Brooks. Shot clock at 6. Knocks down the long J. Brooks has got 6.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Brooks against Russell. And there's the lob. Oh, got a piece of it. Outside Morant. Morant with the slam!
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they... And so it's Memphis, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. We're coming right back. Don't... Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Boy, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Taylor Jenkins. They've got John Conchar. Also, Tyus Jones out there. Danny Green is out there with Xavier Tillman. Jones from outside. Minnesota with a rebound. Here's Noel. Top of the key jumper, no good.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
From deep. That one is off. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Here's Prince. That three's off the mark. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third.
Minnesota foul. Jordan Williams. First personal foul. First team foul.
About a minute played here in the second half. Pulls it. Who drains the 19-footer. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
Intelligent ball movement. The offense looking one step ahead there.
Pass to Prince. The 3. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Anderson covers. Outside Jones. Jacks up a 3. Anderson pulls it down.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball. Here's Jones. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Pass to Tillman. Back to Jones. From deep three-point range. Rebound Minnesota. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. The NBA last season celebrated its 75th anniversary and announced the 75 greatest players in NBA history, gathering the living greats during the All-Star break. A lot of history, but Commissioner Silver said we're a pretty young league when you think about it. Brian, I guess it's all relative.
Yeah, indeed. Thanks for that, Allie. You know, Nas Reed initially went undrafted in 2019.
Hey, B.A., that happens to plenty of talented guys. The NBA is a hard league, and a lot of good players have to sometimes go through things to make it. Luckily, systems like the G League give players like Nas Reed an opportunity to grow and go there. So you keep growing like Reed did, and eventually you might find yourself in the NBA.
Jones finds Green. Wide open. And that one drops for him. For Minnesota, they've gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Out to the wing. Clock at 6. McLaughlin's shot is good. So it's the Grizzlies now. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Jones with the ball. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
2 minutes.
Pass to Conchar. Fires the 3. 14 feet away. Jones misses. The Timberwolves trail. Here's McLaughlin. Misses the 3.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
And here is Green. Off target from three-point range. And stolen by Jones. Pass to Conchar. Back to Tillman. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Grizzlies lead by 11.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
And, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Back to Noel from the arc. Nails it from 3.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Left side Jones. It's Tillman, high post. Outside Jones. Here's Conchar. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's the 3. Hits the trifecta.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Pass to Prince from outside the arc. And another 3 from Minnesota.
And you know Prince is feeling it when he takes this shot. Love the confidence.
Outside Jones. Here's Conchar. Back to Jones. Lets it go from deep. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And that'll do it for the third quarter. It's the Grizzlies. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big guy.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Russell in at the point guard position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. And stolen by Edwards. Fast break, Minnesota. And now we have an intentional foul I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Jackson finds Brooks. Now here's Bain. The 3-ball. And it's Brooks missing. It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by Jackson. Edwards, a pass to Towns. And it's Bain with the rebound. Memphis leading. Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
Pass to Edwards. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Well, the Grizzlies shooting just under 40% from the field. Brooks outside. Jackson, the pass to Bain. Lets the 3 fly. Edwards pulls it in for Minnesota. They've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Outside for Russell. Back to Edwards. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Desmond Bain.
Anthony Edwards has a great body and knows how to control it. Showing you right there by taking advantage to draw the foul.
Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Outside Morant. Adams with a screen on Russell. From deep. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Here's Edwards. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back. And when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
And both free throws good for Edwards. Now here's Morant. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Outside McDaniels. The 3 is up. They get it back. Outside Edwards. The 3. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Oh, and stolen by Towns. McDaniels from long range. Doesn't go for him. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
2 minutes.
Bain finds Jackson.
2 minutes.
Back to Bain. Now here's Jackson. Covered by Towns. Morant against Russell. 6 to shoot. Pass to Adams. And again, Memphis no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
Here's McDaniels. Gobert with it. Adams covering. Gobert passes to Russell. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. The Grizzlies have got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. Morant against Edwards. Bain, the pass to Jackson. Outside for Morant. Back to Jackson. To stop the drought. And the jump by Jackson.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Russell up top. The kick out to Edwards. Pure from 3-point range. Edwards has got 8 points here in the quarter.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Morant into the lane. And then Morant with the dunk.
He knew he had to take it up strong. David dunking on Goliath.
Outside Edwards. Launches a 3. Shot misses. and it's the Grizzlies with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Towns for 3, and it's Bain with the rebound. A chance here to possibly put the game away.
They have to remain focused to get it done.
Up top, Edwards. Oh, he nails it! And now they trail by just 4.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
Outside Morant. And so it's the Grizzlies who come out on top here. And they barely squeezed out the...
And here were the Memphis Grizzlies, focused on the task at hand as they came into the arena earlier on. And the Grizzlies start out with the ball. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. And it's Adams in at the 5 down low.
He gets a lot of defensive attention, but Morant, he can expect this type of rough scene anytime he takes it inside.
They get it again.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Jackson kicks to Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Showing off that vert, Morant attacks the basket with just such intensity. There's not much any defense can do with it.
In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdowns.
Now here's Brooks. Morant surveying the D. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on 8.
From his first day in the league, opponents are going to make him earn it at the line. Look, Morant, he'll give him an easy look.
Hey, Greg, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
Here's Morant. The Suns getting the bucket. Jackson in the corner. Pass to Brooks. Back to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Morant against Paul, and taken away by Johnson. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball, and the dunk by Booker.
And with his skill, you kind of forget that Booker is 6'5" and can get to the rim with ease.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Morant throws it down.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Now here's Booker. Banked in off the glass. Booker's got 6 points.
Crafty play by Booker inside, navigating to a point-blank look at the basket.
We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era, and they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
Paul looking over the floor. Booker outside. Kicks it out to Paul. Johnson outside. Booker against Bane. Booker the pass to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And a strong showing of physical strength there from Ayton. Defenders have their hands full when he's around the rim.
Now here's Morant. He's got 8. Pass to Bane. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Jackson. Here's Adams. And a wide open look for Bane. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, Kevin, Monty Williams gave me a few minutes to catch up. There's no question this team can shoot the ball. That's the philosophy he's instilled here. The long-range shooters they've got, he wants them to move the ball from one side of the floor to the other. Then take that first open look that's available. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David.
Yeah, no fear from this young man. Booker will take any shot.
First free throw is good.
And looking back to Devin Booker in that 2015 draft, this guy went 13th overall.
What a steal. Plus, Book was the 4th guy taken from his own college. I think that put a giant chip on his shoulder, fueled Devin to the all-star he is today.
Morant drives in. Well, great with this Memphis Grizzlies team. You like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
Now here's Morant. 10 points for him. Adams trying to free himself up. And Morant gets it to go. Morant's got 12.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And there's Booker on the assist by Johnson. And that's now 10 points for Devin Booker.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And here's Morant. He's got 12. And he drives in and finished off by Morant.
This is what you pay to see. Morant doing what he does, exploding right to the rim off the drive. Wow.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the...
And please give a big round of applause for your Suns Youth 10 team.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Memphis. Suns trail by 8. So on the floor for Memphis. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams in at the 5. Johnson kicks to Paul. Johnson sets the screen for Paul. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here.
Phoenix ball.
Five to shoot. Johnson for 3. We know the league's cracking down on those dangerous plays that risk a player's health. Why was that less of a focus when you played?
That's a great question. I think it's smarter to approach the game this way. We don't want to have unnecessary injury because of guys maybe just taking it a little too far with the physicality.
Morant with it. He's got 14. And the rejection by Ayton.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Now here's Paul. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Stolen by Jackson. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. Brooks leading the charge. He kicks to Jackson. Adams, the pass to Bane. It's Morant in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Brooks misses. And so Ayton will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. For 3, Booker. That shot, no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Bane looking around. Passes to Jackson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Oh, a tricky move by Jackson Jr. Use a little pump fake to get the defender off balance.
Grizzlies have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
Booker dishes to Paul. Here's Bridges. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Mikal Bridges has found a groove the last couple of years. 5 years removed from college, and he's become a full-time starter.
Suns trail by 10. Oh, that's blocked.
Rejected by Brooks. that's part of why he's stuck as a second-rounder. Dillon gives great effort on defense.
Now here's Morant. 10-point lead. This is their biggest.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
And about Mikal Bridges, just how good can he be?
He's got the power to beat you off the dribble inside. Certainly likes to attack the paint, but he can also spot up and punch you from beyond the arc.
And here's Morant after Devin Booker getting his shot to go from deep. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The explosiveness of Morant is just incredible. His motor and work ethic are both tremendous as well.
And it's been an outstanding game for them at the free throw line, not missing their chances when they get them.
Well, guys, look, the Phoenix Suns ended the regular season on a high note last year. They finished first in the Western Conference, a feat they hadn't accomplished in a bit of time.
Now here's Johnson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the dunk by Booker.
Plays hard in every facet of the game. Nothing that Booker can't do.
Morant outside. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%. In 2004, the Phoenix Suns clinched the top spot in the Western Conference, and they're about ready to do it again.
Yeah, and that was the Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire days, and that was practically 2 decades ago. But the Suns have earned this top spot. They have been putting in the hard work with this young core and grinding out all these games.
Is that 7 seconds or less?
Yes, sir.
Here's Morant. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. And that one's good. Morant's got 22.
Still a little bit of a streak shooter. Morant has been deadly accurate tonight. Man.
And Booker kicks to Bridges. Back to Booker. Fires the 3. Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by Adams. Memphis leading by 11. Morant outside. Outside, Bain, and it's Brooks in the corner. Hands it from downtown. Brooks has got the lead up to 14 now for the Grizzlies.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Booker looking around. This one for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Booker's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
What focus from Booker. He was dead.
Not so much dead for the Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies, 43.
And let's hear it for the Milwaukee.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
Always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Sarge and Johnson are on the block. Payne out there with Landry Shamet. And it's Lee in at small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams. That one good for 2.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Williams against Johnson. Back to Shamet. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. Outside, Jones. Yes, that goes in. And the Grizzlies lead by 13.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Lee against Green. Lee passes to Saric. Back to Lee. And Lee with the stuff.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing out.
Offensive rebound. The kick out to Williams. The pass to Concho. 5 on the clock. That one's not going to go. And Phoenix will come the other way.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
Now here's Jones. Here's Conchar. Back to Jones. And the layup's good off the glass. Jones has got 4 this quarter. Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned them into a powerhouse.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. It's good. Johnson's got his first basket.
Yeah, the keep it simple method. Good decision to use the bounce pass just to get it there.
Jones looking for an opening. Outside Williams.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Back to Jones. Pass to Tillman. They kick it out to Green. A three-pointer off the mark. Suns trail by 11. Here's Lee outside. That shot missing. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Outside, Jones. Out to the right wing. Three-pointer. Sinks the triple. Konchar's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Smart decision to kick it out to another guy once the defense is fixated on him in the paint.
High post, Johnson. He's against Williams. Lee with the ball. Williams picks him up. From 7. No good from Lee. And the Grizzlies leading by 14. Here's Conchar. Hits the jumper in space. Konchar's got 5 points now this quarter. Suns have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Payne kicks to Johnson. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Sharch finds Lee. Back to Sharch. And slam dunk by Sharch.
And you have to get Saric out of the paint. Once he's inside, he's ready to take it home.
19 seconds left to play in the third. Outside, Jones. Pass to Tillman. And that one is stuffed right through.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
Johnson, a wide open. What a play! Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
He knew exactly how he wanted to.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Grizzlies lead by 13. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Shooting for Memphis.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point guard. And here's Booker from the arc. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
A reliable three-point sniper. I like seeing Booker connect from downtown.
Now here's Morant. He takes it in and finished off by Morant.
When Morant drives, he is just so difficult to stop. His agility, that's what makes beating the D look so easy.
Passes it to Ayton. Back to Booker. Three-pointer. Another three for Phoenix.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Morant dishes to Brooks. Back to Morant. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Morant against Paul. And that one's good. Morant's got 6 here in this quarter.
Working through the lane, Morant, he's got such a great change of speed to keep the defense off.
It's stolen by Adams. Jackson with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Here's Payne. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
First personal foul.
And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for Memphis. And since coming into the league, Desmond Bane, Richard, has quickly established himself as a knockdown three-point shooter.
Yeah, his accuracy and efficiency from out there is incredible. The spacing he provides is why he's a key part of this team.
On the wing, Bane. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
One of the most dynamic passers to enter this league in a while. Morant, this man is in full control of the offense.
And Booker kicks to Johnson. Kicks it out to Paul. On the wing, Booker, guarded by Bane. Clock at 4. Offensive rebound. Paul outside. The pass to Johnson. Can they get it? And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for Memphis. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Morant outside. Clock at 6. On deep. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter of this one. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Now, Morant. Outside for Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Good. And the nice assist from Morant.
And, guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Grizzlies.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Ja Morant.
He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
To the left side wing. Back to Bane. From deep three-point range, Booker pulls it in. To the paint, here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Unsurprisingly savvy pass by Booker, setting another guy up for success instead of forcing a shot.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. And here's Morant. From deep. Johnson with the rebound. Booker with it. From deep three-point range, misses. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting.
And both teams tonight unafraid to run offense through their bigs, Grant. Talk about the value of being able to do that.
Yeah, B.A., you know, it just speaks to how both teams can beat you in multiple ways of playing. I think it can lead to higher percentage looks with the bigs running the offense. You can strike a nice balance between inside and out, which coaches are preaching right now.
All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the center position. And Edwards slams it in.
Anthony Edwards showing you, yes, I am a vertical threat at the rim.
Pass to Booker. Back to Paul. Outside Johnson. Outside Booker. Shot clock at 5. Out to Bridges. Good D by Gobert.
Whew, I think he wants that one back. I mean, he knows he's capable of better. You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves. Recording their second winning season since 2005. Getting on track for future success.
Now here's Booker. And some solid defense from Towns. Here's Russell. The Suns clear it. So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game. But I think it's really the intangibles. Building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
Suns foul. Mikal Bridges. First personal foul. First team foul.
First one falls.
Boy, young talents like Anthony Edwards, so exciting to watch. You know, you've got to adapt to the NBA and continue to grow and reach your potential. But there's this infectious joy and a great smile that he plays with.
Now here's Booker. Pass to Ayton. Shot to stop the run, and it's good on the layup.
What a savvy pass by Devin Booker, making the smart choice, moving the basketball.
Edwards with it. Back to Russell. Towns up top. And it's powered home by Towns.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Booker, pass to Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Russell to pass to Towns. Pass to McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Now Gobert. Oh, sweet move. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. The Suns have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter.
Remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Outside Booker. Back to Paul. And Gobert with a block.
This guy is an absolute menace and force on the defensive end. Rudy Gobert says no, sir.
Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
How about the creativity, the athleticism? That's a rare combination for a guy his size. Go to work, Cat.
Here's Booker. Unable to get that one. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Well, he's got moves and counter moves inside. Towns makes the defender pick his poison.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. The Suns trailing. Booker for 3. McDaniels with the rebound. 1:05 left in the first quarter of the game. Edwards, a pass to Russell. Pass to Towns. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. The shot by Russell, no good. And the Suns shooting just 38% so far in this one. Now here's Ayton. Ooh, can't throw it down with one hand. Russell against Paul. Outside McDaniels. Outside Edwards. To the middle. Here's Russell. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Outside Paul. It's Booker on the wing. For three. And the three-pointer goes.
Well, if Booker is in three-point territory, the defense has got to be there on the catch. He's got such tremendous accuracy from deep.
And so the first quarter is in the books. The T-Wolves on top, up by... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
And so in the game for the Suns, Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. And it's Ayton in at the center position. Booker for three. No good there. And Minnesota will come the other way. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Goodness, Anthony Edwards. Always on the attack. This guy is just so dynamic.
Pass to Booker. Ayton with it. There's the three. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Russell with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. Booker against Russell. Outside Edwards. Three-pointer. Phoenix grabs the miss. And Booker puts up a deep three. And it's Booker again missing.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Pass to Towns. Here's McDaniels. Here's Towns. 5 points in the game. Stolen by Ayton. Here's the break. Booker finds Bridges. Back to Booker. On the take. Bridges outside. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup. Bridges has got 6. You know, in baseball, Grant, they have a term, a 5-tool player. In the NBA these days, it's similar. You need those well-rounded players to succeed.
I like the baseball reference, but you're spot on, B.A. It's all about bringing versatility to the game. Players that can shoot, pass, dribble, defend, and rebound. And I'll throw it even in there, lead and play selfless basketball. Those kind of guys that can do it all, that's a recipe for success in the NBA.
Here's Johnson, hangs, and he lays it in. Johnson's got his first 2 points.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Pass to Towns. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Booker fires from way outside. Another shot. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
I'll tell you, this guy already a double-double threat nightly, and DeAndre Ayton's ceiling is still high. Now, he's got to go ahead and reach those expectations by putting in the work.
2 minutes remaining in the half. 2 minutes.
Russell against Paul. Right side Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. clear it. Ayton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Tries to break his ice. And he got the whistle on the way up. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was...
The previous play is under review
in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Bridges against McDaniels. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
Edwards against Booker. Pass to Russell. Outside Edwards. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Karl Anthony Towns, too big, too strong, too high off his feet.
Russell against Paul. The kick out to Johnson. Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good. Minnesota in the lead. Right side Edwards. 44 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Outside McDaniels. Just 5 on the clock. Nails it from beyond the arc. McDaniels gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Booker. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, Booker understands how to navigate his way to the paint, and he's not going to shy away from contact. Nicely done to pick up the foul.
And a new group getting ready for the Suns. Sharic checks in for DeAndre Ayton. Crowder comes in for Johnson. Lee, he's checked in for Bridges. And Payne is subbed in for Paul. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. Pass to Lee. Now here's Sharic. Fires the 3. Doesn't go that time. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Timberwolves ahead, leading by 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
His whole first half looked like a highlight reel, rising up and just owning the rim.
Yeah, this guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
Nas Reed out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Taurean Prince. Then it's Jalen Noel. And it's McLaughlin in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Booker. And Booker with the jam.
Well, Devin Booker's game is finesse, but if you open up a window to jam it, he'll finish it.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Payne. Prince, off target from outside. The Suns trailing. Crowder outside, beyond the arc. McLaughlin with the rebound. Minnesota shooting almost 70% from the floor. Sensational. Here's Noel. Booker defending. Back to Noel. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And he drops it first. And the Suns making a change here. Shamet's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Pass to Lee from deep three-point range. Suns keep it alive. Here's Sharic. From deep. Lee misses. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Payne. Good on the shot. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Here's Lee. And the layup is good off the glass.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Pass to Prince. From downtown. It's hauled in by Sharic. Phoenix has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Here's Payne. Banked it in off the glass. Now just a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
High post read. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Payne. Here's Prince. That shot, no good. Now the Suns take it the other way. Anderson pulls it down. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Right wing. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Deflected.
Well, Crowder known for his defense, and you love to see him get high for these rejections.
For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter.
Jordan McLaughlin, first personal foul, first team foul.
1:57 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Lee on the wing. Pass to Shamet. Clock at 4. The Suns need to get off a shot. And it's Crowder missing.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
1:27 left in the third quarter of the game. Prince with the bucket. Prince has got 5 points in the quarter.
But just tremendous instincts from Prince. Feeling the defense, getting loose, getting into his catch-and-shoot game. Nicely done.
Minnesota has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Here's Noel driving to the basket, and he banks in the layup.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
46 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Anderson. The Suns clear it.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Payne with it, guarded now by Anderson. And the basket by Shamet.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
24 seconds left in the third. Stole it away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Pass to Lee. Back to Shamet. That'll count. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. They've had incredible success. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Well, Phoenix is shooting only 36% so far in this game. And so in the game for the Suns, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the 5. Booker no good. Minnesota has got 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Pass to McDaniels. Edwards a screen on Bridges. Outside Edwards. Takes a 3. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Well, Anthony Edwards came into the league with a reputation as a scorer. He is starting to hum a little bit right here.
Up top, Johnson. Here's Bridges. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. Edwards for 3. The rebound by Bridges. For 3, Booker. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Edwards against Booker. And Edwards slams it in.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
Paul passes to Booker. Back to Paul. Outside for Booker. Looking to get back on track. Out of bounds. It'll be Timberwolves ball.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. Ball against Russell. Outside McDaniels. The kick out to Edwards. Left side, Russell. Clock at 6. Edwards, the pass to Russell. Back to Edwards. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Russell's got 4 assists in the game.
Boy, that defense must be better. Anthony Edwards getting it done on the interior.
Johnson a screen on Russell. Paul passes to Johnson. Hits the trifecta.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Russell with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, the calling card of the #1 selection in his draft class, Anthony Edwards can flat score the basketball.
Paul passes to Booker. The kick out to Paul. From deep, Johnson. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Minnesota with the ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Russell against Paul.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside Edwards.
2 minutes.
Pass to Towns. Shot clock at 6. He's still feeling it. Again, the miss by Edwards.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
That cuts the lead to single digits.
Booker playing a little bit of cat and mouse. Smart enough to know when it's better to pull up.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. From deep, Johnson. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Outside McDaniels. And Booker pulls it down.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
That shot wide open. Johnson's got 9 points now in the quarter.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up to an open guy.
58 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Towns up top. 5 on the clock. And he got the whistle on the... And no surprise here. At this stage of the game, they're going to use the coach's challenge. Make them take another look at the call.
People were worried that this would slow the action down.
The previous play is under review.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the...
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Monty Williams was saying to his team. He told them victory was within their grasp, saying, quote, "You've got all the tools you need to win. Now it's about closing." Guys, we'll see if they're up for the task.
Thank you for that, Allie. They get it again. Ayton passes to Johnson. And he sinks it. What a beautiful shot. Brings them within 3.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
Yeah, and if he can stay hot from out there, his three-point shot could be the tool they use to win this game.
Here's Edwards. Here's Gobert. Pass to Towns. Now here's Russell. McDaniels finds Russell. And Minnesota calls time here. They're in front by 3. 9 seconds left in the fourth. Nine seconds left to play in the fourth. Edwards can't hit.
Phoenix timeout.
And there's only one option. They need a triple.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from 3.
So it's a narrow alley. Thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. 4 out.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA. Get ready, folks. These two teams love pushing the ball. Greg, we can see a track meet tonight.
Two of the top fast break teams in the league, Kevin. As far as keys, limiting turnovers is going to be big because they each want to get out and run when they get the chance.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Russell in at the point. Outside Jackson. Morant passes to Jackson. Here's the three. Gobert pulls it in. And so Gobert will bring it up for Minnesota. For three, Edwards. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Couldn't have been more obvious about it. That's just a lack of discipline, not the way you're taught to do it.
Payne finds Brooks. And stolen by Russell. Edwards against Morant. And Anthony Edwards hits from deep. Edwards got 5 now.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
And it's Morant missing. The Timberwolves with a quick start to this game. The kick out to Towns. Back to Edwards. Outside Russell. Pass to Edwards. Fires from deep. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Edwards got a couple of threes now in the first with the Timberwolves.
We saw glimpses of Ja Morant's potential in his first 2 seasons in the league. But year 3, both Ja and Memphis took it to another level. And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Memphis has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Jackson down low. Russell's there. Here's Morant. Lays it up and banks it in. Another level indeed for Ja Morant, his 3rd season spending in the NBA. And now he has joined the conversation for MVP.
Kevin, that scoring average well over 25 points per game. Morant is the leader of Memphis. The Grizz finishing in the top 3 of the West. Incredible for a 22-year-old.
Now here's Morant. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns. For 3. Morant with another miss. Timberwolves leading by 6. For 3, Edwards. Timberwolves with a fresh shot clock. The kick out to Towns. It's good from long range.
And few 7-footers in the league have Towns' shooting touch. This is the guy you want to create for time and time again.
Now here's Morant. Outside for Jackson. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Russell against Morant. Russell passes to Edwards. And the rejection by Jackson. McDaniels. He can't get that one. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Morant kicks to Payne. Back to Morant. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
I like this play. Good teamwork. You don't want to force Morant to do everything himself.
And part of the Grizzlies' breakout 21-22 campaign, the emergence of Jaren Jackson Jr.
Triple J, GA, missed most of the 2021 season with a knee injury he sustained in the bubble. When he was back at 100% for the Grizz, he provided serious rim protection, plus the ability to hit a 3.
And Russell gets it to go.
How about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
Brooks the pass to Morant. Payne kicks to Morant. From the arc. Minnesota with the rebound. For the 3. And it's Morant with the rebound.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Adams sets the pick for Morant. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Morant's got 8 points.
Nice stroke by Morant. You love to see him drain the three a little bit more.
Russell kicks to Edwards. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
Well, in my opinion, the way the three has been falling for them here early on, you have to think they'll keep firing away.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. And it's Adams in at the 5, home in the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Gobert finds Russell. Poked away. Out to Edwards. Just 4 to shoot. A three-pointer is right on target. He's got 14.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
Now, here's Bane. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The 3 from Morant. Gobert pulls it in.
In this first half, he has really fallen in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Gobert's got the lead up to 10 now for Minnesota.
You see how seriously Gobert takes rebounding, just getting after it. Great activity.
Morant passes to Jackson. Jackson a screen on Russell. The 3 from Morant. The Grizzlies with another miss.
You know, we talk a lot about scoring efficiency. He's displaying the exact opposite.
Grizzlies have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Jackson passes to Adams. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Russell's running and finished off by McDaniel.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Now here's Morant. He's got 8. Kick out to Adams. Outside, Bane. Back to Adams to end the run. He takes it up and lays it in. Greg, we know from time to time things get pretty chippy out there. What kind of things would get under your skin when you played in the NBA?
Oh, you know, guys tended to talk a little trash, and that could rattle you. That could bother you at times, but you really just try to maintain your focus and keeping your eye on the prize.
Trains it from beyond the arc. Edwards got 17 now.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Now here's Morant. Jackson dishes to Morant. Outside for Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Russell looking it over. Jacks up a 3. And no good that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Looking to get back on track here. Count that 1. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut to just 11 on the basket from Morant.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits it.
Now here's Edwards. 17 points in the game. Off target with his 3. And Adams has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Bane passes to Jackson. Back to Bain. Outside for Jackson. Brooks with no one around. From outside, off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 11. For three, Edwards. Rebounded by Jackson. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. Morant outside. Jackson finds Brooks. Outside for Jackson. Back to Brooks. Just 5 on the clock. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Minnesota's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. And they'll get another chance. Gobert the pass to Towns. And hammers that one down right in the face of Jaren Jackson.
And how about Towns there taking full advantage of that size, just dominating the glass on that second chance opportunity.
Brooks outside. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Jackson has the open look. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Jackson's got 5.
Nice play, and credit Jaren for being shot ready. He knew the play was coming to him, and he knocked it down.
And finished off by McDaniel.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never fried, Dave. Thank you. And time.
Your Grizzlies, 17. The Timberwolves, 30.
With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. They've got Kyle Anderson. He's out there with Taurean Prince. And it's McLaughlin into the 1. And it's off the back rim. No good.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait. But you can't blame him.
Noel passes to McLaughlin. Off target from three-point range. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Passes it to Concho. Memphis moving it around. Fires for 3. Not going to go that time. Timberwolves leading by 10. Anderson right side. Prince wide open. Can't hit that one. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. In recent years, the NBA has opened several international academies. Commissioner Adam Silver says huge numbers of people are playing basketball, but unless you take the best at a young age, get them facing elite competition and training under high-pressure circumstances, they won't develop into NBA-caliber players. Kevin?
Well, opening doors, David. That's always a good thing. Expansion. Thank you. McLaughlin, the pass to Anderson. Over Green. Anderson can't get it to go.
And that's okay. Even though you missed, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Prince with it. Now Green defending. He lobs it up.
And the passer floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Jones, the pass to Concho. They grab their own miss.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip-in.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Right wing. From deep, Prince hits it from three-point range. Prince has got the lead up to 13 now for the Timberwolves.
When Prince gets it clicking from the perimeter, gets his confidence going, the entire offense benefits.
Green kicks to Jones. From outside the arc. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Minnesota ball.
Timberwolves leading by 13. Here's McLaughlin. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Reed. Green against Prince. No good with the triple. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points.
Fast break execution. Danny Green knows where he's supposed to be and seals the deal.
Here's the pass to Prince. And here's Anderson from the arc. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Memphis ball.
There's 1:17 left in the third quarter. Fader on the way. Misses off the right iron. Minnesota's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Green dishes to Jones. They kick it out to Green. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Green's got 4 points this quarter.
Catch and shoot. This is where Danny Green makes his money.
Here's McLaughlin. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Noel. From 20 feet out. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jones has got his 4th rebound in this one. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. 5 points in the game.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Here's McLaughlin. And here's Anderson for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Minnesota in the driver's seat. Up 8.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies youth dance.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Timberwolves leading by 8. We've got Tyus Jones. And it's Tillman in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
To the middle. And Edwards with the stuff.
An agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
Jackson, a screen on Russell. On deep. It's the rebound. That shot is off. The Timberwolves shooting 43% for the game. Edwards against Bain. Edwards kicks to Towns from past the arc. The Grizzlies pull it in. Morant scanning the floor. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Now, here is Russell. Outside, Towns. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Adams sets the pick for Morant. On the wing, Jackson. Russell against Morant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
I'll tell you what, Ja Morant just keeps coming at the defense.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
It's just a passing clinic from them in this game. Solid communication and unselfish play all around.
And another area they've separated themselves has been their three-point shooting, making the defense pay for any airspace.
The Grizzlies trail by 9. And it's Brooks in the corner. Outside Jackson. 5 on the clock. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Morant with the steal. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant. Timberwolves leading by 9. Russell inside. Guarded by Morant. Towns against Jackson. Edwards passes to Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Morant with the steal. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Outside for Jackson. Drills the three-pointer.
With the ball in his hands, Ja draws so much defensive attention. Got his teammate a clean look.
Passes it to Towns. Edwards against Bain. Oh!
No, he didn't.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:57 left to play in the final quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Clearly a foul.
It's the first that narrows the gap to 7.
How can you not love a player like Ja Morant? Came into the NBA ready to prove himself and just keeps getting better.
Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
For 3, Edwards sinks the three-pointer. Edwards got 24 points.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
And with that shot, the Minnesota Leafs cut back down again to 6 with the basket from Morant.
I love the competitive fire Ja Morant plays with, coming right back with his own 3.
Edwards looking it over. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Back to Towns. It's tipped. Pass to Edwards. Over Bain. Brooks grabs the board. And so Brooks will bring it up for Memphis. Loads it up there for Morant. Towns with the steal. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Good, and as this goes to Towns. And the Timberwolves lead by 9. Now Morant. From deep three-point range. That one no good. Here's Russell. And the slam dunk by Russell.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Morant kicks to Adams. Puts up a 3, and Morant gets it to go.
You like how Adams surveys the whole floor, allowing him to spot the wide open man.
Well, for the Timberwolves, they can just run out the clock here. Outside, Towns. Back to Russell. Outside, Towns. And so the Timberwolves take the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was